Hey, this is Gavin on Song Stories. On this week's episode, we're joined by the Clockworks. We talk about 3 of their hit songs, Bills and Pills, Stranded in Stansted, and Enough is Never Enough. Please comment below on your favourite of the 3, and if you stay tuned to the end, we've got cheeky insight about their album.
For Bills and Pills, how was that given birth?
The lyrics for that started, we played a festival ages ago.
Nice.
So we flew over to Toronto to play this festival, and on the flight over, I was reading a book on the Velvet Underground. Something in that inspired me to start writing Bills and Pills. Probably some sort of drug reference, I presume.
Yeah.
Hannah's into Charlie. Charlie is a speed freak. David likes a double, but he's scared to be in trouble. Jack smoking is chronic. I swear Matt's an alcoholic. Karen turns to pills when the bills turn into.
There was just a line that caught me, and I remember throwing the book down, picking up a notepad on the flight over, the 6-hour flight to Toronto. I started that song lyrically, and then within a few weeks, I guess, it was done lyrically. Into the rehearsal room. So I sort of had a rhythm in my head, because obviously the vocals are very rhythmical, so it'd be impossible to go come up with any sort of drum beat and I'll fit these lyrics to them. But so I sort of had a rhythm in my head and sort of just said the words in the rhythm, and the boys just played what became the song sort of straight away. Right?
I think so. I think this might be true, but I definitely remember it. Damien had a good beat, Sue Chains. I remember trying something, it was in the key of G. We'd gotten that far. And I tried something and it just didn't work out chords-wise. And then I think Sean tried something, and this could be false, but I think the very first thing he tried was the song that we have now. Just sometimes when you're playing around and you just start before you think about it, and sometimes you have to, oh, that was wrong, I'll find the right chord. I'm fairly certain the first 4 chords he got them, and you're like, well, that does sound good. And that was it.
And now that is almost precisely what we recorded, is the same as the jam we did on that very first time Sean played those 4 chords.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it that it came out like that, and that's how you guys managed to capture it.
It was one of those.
Stranded in Stansted. Please tell me that's based on a true story. I remember missing flights in my life, and it's like, not Stansted, but Luton Airport. You know, it's all bright orange and stuff. I'm like,
EasyJet, man.
If we're not there by 8, then we're stuck. Nobody waits if you're late, that's a surety. At security, maturity runs amok. We're all in the same situation. Not there by 8, now we're stuck.
Inspired by a true
We
story.
booked the wrong flight on accident, and I found out on the day their flight got cancelled, and mine was the only one that actually got home.
And we're standing there, absolutely just freaking out in Stansted, trying to on one phone to work, another phone to whoever to try and book more flights, whatever, to see what we could do. I just remember being red faced with sort of anxiety or whatever, and Tom just breezing past early for his flight that wasn't cancelled. There was a moment in all this madness where I just remember kind of coming out of myself and being like, I think this would be a good song. And then wrote that song a few days later. Any situation that can inspire or that can provoke that level of emotion is something that is worth talking about, or is worth a song about.
I mean, songs that make people think is always a good thing, you know what I mean? The fact it resonates so quickly to me, I understood the story or the concept of it.
Yeah. And I think people like Ray Davis or Alex Turner, these kind of writers, I think they all, I would imagine they all sort of have a similar idea, because they all play on that really well.
Yeah, ideas that hit home for everyone.
I can't stand it.
Enough is never enough. What's that about?
Like Stranded in Stansted, the baseline story is fairly straightforward. You know what I mean?
It's on an easy level to understand, I guess.
Yeah. And there might be little lines around it that you do or don't think of in different ways, which is great. Whereas with this one, I think the baseline story, there's loads of different things happen. Last time Last time someone asked that,
You kind of broke down.
Oh,
it was about 10 minutes. A 10-minute diatribe. It's sort of about people pointing blame at each other and not taking blame, and it never really ends. There's enough of that is never enough. You know, there's no, it sort of seems to never end.
Enough is never enough. Enough is never enough. No, enough is never enough. Oh, enough is never enough.
I think that song in particular is hard to describe because there's quite a lot of words and there's quite a lot of maybe meaning to it. Like it means a lot of different things.
touching earlier, is there like an album ready to go or in the making, or what's the plan on the songs coming out?
But we have very definite ideas of what we will want it to be and not be. And I think maybe because of that, we're just waiting for just everything to feel right with it.
Okay.
Because I think we're in a sort of singles age, aren't we? So fortunately, I think we can wait that little bit. We're set on making something that is like a cohesive piece or a cohesive,
like the album works as a start to finish. Like
Yeah, not packaged, but
yeah, as opposed to like I understand that other bands like the idea of or like 4 hit songs and 7 B-sides to make it nice and full, or like 4 hit songs and 20 B-sides. Some band, but for us, I think we wanted every song to matter and for the whole thing to be sort of greater than some of its parts. So for there to be singles and for different songs to resonate with people in different ways, and then for the whole thing to make sense as a cohesive, as not as one stream of consciousness piece of music, but as a collection that are inextricably linked.
You know what? Once you guys go through them all and kind of finalize them, you might get that great kind of the story of the album, of the kind of the journey of the songs and everything like that.
That is exactly it. So that's I agree completely. You've hit the nail on the head there. I think that is and that's exactly what I was saying with the album about us waiting.
These fingers remain